My name is Jeremy Wachtel, farm kid from Ohio, who now lives in Maryland. I've got Ellie sitting next to me and sitting in one of my newest chairs that I recently finished. In 2017, I decided to start into some woodworking stuff. My dad's like, oh, hey, I've got some tools from Grandpa. So he pulls out a couple of hand planes, and I was in heaven. Didn't know a thing about it. Took the hand planes apart, made fun of the guy who put the hand plane together because I was saying, you put the blade down, you know, the bevel down. That's poor cutting angle. The blade should go up. Total noob. I was totally backwards and tried to hand plane with it that way and tried to sharpen it. Did everything wrong. And I guess I've sort of been hooked ever since. My inspiration comes from pictures I see, things I read, and most of it is probably geared more towards historical pieces. Woodworking is, at this point, a hobby, totally interest-based. Things that I'm passionate about, things that I'm interested in, making things for my house. Our chairs were hand-me-downs, so they're falling apart, so I started making chairs, and the more I got into chair making, the more I realized I really love this. So the chair that I'm sitting in is one that I recently made. I've made a smattering of other chairs, and this is kind of my new hobby, addiction, fascination right now is these stick chairs. I chose to go mostly non-electric. I live in a townhouse. I have neighbors that live on both sides of my house, and using power tools is going to be super disruptive. I also find something very therapeutic about the hand tool process. It keeps me very much in touch with the wood, with the project that I'm working on, and I find the skill level more enjoyable. You just feel like you're always apprenticing, you're always learning. About wood. Topic of wood is a very broad. I think you could spend most of your life trying to understand its dynamics, and you'll always run into differences or nuances or things you didn't expect. I tend to go with domestic hardwoods because they're cheaper and easier to come by. If I could work with cherry oak and walnut for the rest of my life, I would be totally happy. When you start diving into hand tool woodworking, you find that when you hand plane or card scrape a wood surface, there's a feel, a silky smooth feel that comes with that you don't get with sanding. Sanding abrades the surface fibers. When you're hand planing, you're slicing and almost sealing those surface fibers, so it gives you just the cleanest, smoothest feel that is unmatched. The YouTube channel is just an attempt to show projects that I'm working on. You'll see a lot more of the process, the mistakes, and the successes as we go along. And I'm still learning. The video process is very new to me, so that'll all only get better with time.